Greetings and welcome back to The Booth, the first and only podcast dedicated solely to WVU women's basketball. I'm Chad Atkins, and I have the pleasure of being joined this episode by Ryan Idler and Shane Terrell. We're recording in the basement bar booth of Mario's Fishbowl Suncrest on University Avenue in Morgantown, West Virginia, home of the world-famous Fishbowl.
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers. All right, guys. We had a tough one and a good one this week. That Iowa State one was a little bit rough.
Well, not in the beginning.
Well, no, not in the beginning.
We liked it.
Yeah. First half, what was our stats? What was our percentage about? It was like in the mid-40s, our shooting percentage.
We were killing it in the first half.
Pretty much almost in half in terms of percentage.
Yeah.
Second half.
Yeah.
And points, too.
Yeah, in the second half, we were in the low 20% shooting. It wasn't... But what's odd was, I mean, we obviously had to have the capability. This team just beat Baylor on Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, the fourth-ranked team in the nation. They beat them, and we were up on them by 18 2 minutes into the third quarter.
Right.
And then we just went completely cold.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of wonder about that. Man, they had a huge crowd there. Over 8,000, 8,700 plus there.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, once they came out of the second half and started getting that momentum, I don't know, did that play a role?
Oh, I'm sure the crowd did. But I tell you what played a bigger role was that damn Crooks girl, man. She's a beast.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, I mean, she did the same to Baylor that she did to us.
Right, when we were looking at 26 minutes she played, and she had 22 points against us, 11 rebounds.
That's insane. And when she gets in better shape, she's a freshman. We still got to deal with her 3.5 more years.
Yeah, we got to deal with her for a few more years. That's
yeah, but we've got a McDonald's All-American Center coming in that can hopefully help contain that. I mean, nothing against our girls. It was just it's odd to see that. It's like, I mean, Donnell's, got some size in the paint, but it's like looking at Charles Barkley versus Shaquille O'Neal standing beside each other.
I like that.
It was just like, they're both big, but my God, that girl was, she was a bruiser in the paint.
I didn't think Donnell came in and played bad. She had some mental mistakes, a couple...
well, she wasn't the only one, though.
Well,
it was a bad game in that second half, which... Yeah,
we didn't get a lot of help from the bench. What was
the bench scoring difference on that game?
The bench points, it was 30-2.
30-2.
We had 2 bench points.
Yeah, and 70 minutes or 28 minutes. So I mean, I think that combined with that's just not the bench not playing well. I mean, it's got to play a factor. The crowd had to play a factor. You come out there, you're tired. You had a great first half. You come out, you're going to be a little bit slow just because you're like, oh, we got a lead. I don't have to play as hard. Next thing you know, you get behind. Next thing you know, those 8,700 people are ramping them up, and then you got to get back in it. But now you're a little bit tired, and all of a sudden they got people coming off the bench fresh.
How many 3-pointers did we shoot in that Iowa State game compared to the UCF total 3-pointers? We shot 43.
43. 12
and
for 43.
How many in the USF game?
17.
There was a change in game plan there. And there's got to be. Against size like that, is that our option? Is just to put it out there, and if we're not hitting, that's what could happen. I mean, we shot 43 threes. I believe it was in the 40s for Texas as well, if I'm not mistaken. Those teams that have size, I guess. Maybe that's what our option is. But against UCF, we could work on the inside more and not rely so much on that 3. So my take is so far from the season is against those teams, we've got to hit threes. Teams with size, I think we've got to hit.
Yeah,
3.
no, I mean that's that. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a bonus when they're landing.
Yeah, we could be up by 18 of them.
Yeah.
I think we also need to make sure our bench players are producing as well, because we can't really get them in the game, and that's
that's an issue. I think again,
There's Moore was out. I think that
that contributes.
We certainly missed her. I don't know. I mean,
I still we don't know what her report is on her health.
We don't know what the situation is there
right now, but I was really disappointed when Iowa State beat us. But man, how they beat Baylor, the 4th-ranked team, by 3.
Yeah.
And I think that just, again, we've talked about it in past episodes, how good this league is. We spoke about this earlier. I think there's 2 tiers in this league. I really do. Basically, the top 6 or 7. The one team I'm not sold on yet, even though they are officially 3rd in the conference, is Oklahoma. I don't know, because the worst teams are, besides TCU, who everybody thought was going to be good, are the new incoming teams,
right?
The 4, and then we got Kansas down there. They're not looking that great this year. Texas Tech is right on the bubble, but I think above that, I think Oklahoma State, West Virginia, Baylor, Texas, Kansas State, and Iowa State. I think if people are playing their games, any one of those teams could beat it. Each one.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think all those teams have an advantage on the teams in the lower half of the conference right now.
Yeah, and obviously we got to play the season out, but playing at home makes a big difference.
It does. It does.
And does it affect? We're not playing everybody. It's sort of lopsided because there's too many teams to play a home and an away game with the team.
Well, but one team we do play home and away, thank God, is Iowa. I want another shot at her.
Oh yeah. That's going to be a different game.
We got Iowa, we got TCU, the 2, Baylor. We're playing home and away. Like I said, Iowa State. We're finishing that one off next week, following this upcoming week. But yeah. I mean, that's what kind of sucks. I mean, Oklahoma, I'm glad we get them at home. At least we don't have to go away for the last game of the potential forever series.
Right.
And I don't know. I just think that this entire Big 12 now is kind of taking shape now. We understand who's who and what's going on.
Yeah. There's we've got ideas of who's good and who's not good, and
yeah. But in the last game, we got to give props and a toast. 1,000 points to JJ at UCF.
Yeah.
1,000 points. Congratulations, JJ.
Always an awesome feat to accomplish. I love seeing that.
Yeah, I don't think we really talked about it last episode. We were kind of doing players of the game, and then we decided to do kind of players of like the series that we're sort of covering or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wanted to give at least an honorable mention to Kylie Blackston. I think she played her tail off in Iowa.
Season high, or maybe even career high out there at Iowa
I think
State.
It's season high. I don't know what her career high is, but it's 16 points. She did foul out. I think she fouled out both games. But
I mean, she was down there battling with that Crooks girl.
Yeah, trying to get in there, and so shout out to her.
Well, she was nailing the 3 definitely in that game. She was pulling up.
She was hot in the beginning with the threes. I don't know what she ended up 4 for 8. 4 for 8. So yeah. Shout out to her. She's deserving of that. I don't know, but player of
last game, maybe.
Last game. I mean, JJ.
21.
Probably give her that. And of the series, Jordan Harrison's kind of always there.
Yeah.
She played real well in both games, actually. So.
Yeah, if she doesn't at least make, I mean, she might make first team, but if she doesn't at least make second team, Big 12, if she continues with these kind of games that she's having, then the voters are insane on that.
Yeah.
In my opinion. I mean, she's just one of the most productive guards out there.
Oh, absolutely.
In the Big 12.
I mean, consistently 5+ assists a game. She gets rebounds. She gets, several points. She gets opportunities for everyone.
Yeah, she does everything. It's certainly a great player.
Yeah, it was a great pickup for Coach Kellogg to get her to go to SFA, and then for him to bring her here.
Right.
And when I talked about this earlier also, but looking at the upcoming schedule, the Big 12 schedule that we have, if just based on, I would say, who would be favored by points by Vegas, I mean, I would say either 4 or 5 games are in jeopardy of losing, just based on odds, I would say.
Right.
The 2 Baylor games, the 1 Iowa State game, the Kansas State game, and like I said, Oklahoma, I don't know what to make of them yet. They're 4-1 in the conference, but they've played some softies and lost by like 17 to Kansas State, who's undefeated in conference. So I'm really not sure what to make to them, but I mean, at worst, that makes this a 22 or a 23 win season. I mean, we've got enough meat on the bone of this season to where we can determine kind of where we're at, and who we're going to play well and how they've played each other, the teams in the conference at this point. And I think we have a legitimate shot at going 23 wins, continuing Coach Kellogg's 23 win season streak. I believe it's 7. Would it be 7 at this point? But it's there to take, I think, for us.
Yeah, and the team has so much potential to get better. I think that they're definitely the group that was brought together, not playing together, and they're getting better.
Yeah. All right. Well, a little look ahead to the upcoming games. Let's check out the first game coming up on Wednesday back home at the Coliseum of a 2-game road trip, which I found is interesting. The announcers answered our question from last week. Yeah, they did just travel straight from Ames to Florida.
That, yeah.
I don't know if that's common or not.
I mean, I would say, I don't know.
Yeah.
It makes sense to do it like that, as opposed to
that kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean,
coming up
Wednesday to Saturday turnaround's pretty quick.
Yeah. And especially since they were in like 10-degree Iowa.
Yeah. Well,
we'll just take you straight to Florida, let you thaw out.
We go back to West Virginia, or let's just go straight to Florida.
But coming up, we got Houston. They are 11-5. I believe they're the only new team into the conference that actually beat a former. Oh no, who did they beat? No, they haven't. Nope, they have not beat a conference foe yet. I thought they beat. Dang it! I thought they beat Texas Tech.
They beat TCU, didn't they? Or no? Did they beat TCU?
Oh, there it is. Yeah, they beat TCU. There it is.
And BYU, they won as well.
Yeah, but BYU's one of the other teams that came in. Yeah, okay, yeah, they beat TCU. And wasn't TCU ranked? I mean, that was a total bad
they
pick.
Were, it was in the beginning.
Yeah, they
early,
dropped out
early.
Yeah. But look, and coming up after this game, we have Cincinnati, and I think it's pretty clear we are a better team than Cincinnati, and it would be a shocker if we didn't beat them, even on the road there in Cincy.
Yeah, but I mean that's one of those you got to be careful about.
Yeah,
that trip's probably I don't know. Do you take a plane there, bus ride? I mean, it's a 5-hour trip from here.
I don't know. I'm sure they have.
I mean, I don't know what ours. I mean, I know we have planes and stuff. So
we can charter
40 minutes or whatever. I don't know, but it's still one of those sleeper games. I'm not. I mean, we should win for sure, but
I mean, we have to play every game.
You got to play every game.
I get that. But just speaking, we should win that damn game.
I agree.
I mean, they won on a last-second putback against UCF.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a different caliber.
Yeah.
It's just different caliber. But I feel we should win that. And just looking at Houston, it might be a little bit of a battle, but we only play them once and we get them at home.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, but I think I just feel that we're a better team.
Yeah.
We're going to be better than them. So if you look at it, we're 3-2 in conference. I feel we have a much better chance of going 2-0 over this spread, over these next two games. So I mean, we're going to be most likely 5-2, I would say, in the Big 12 conference. Right. And then of course it starts getting kind of crazy after that, at least. Well, like I said, I think at max that we are probably down 5 games. You know, 5 games. I think we could lose more than that, but I think we're definitely winning with more than 20 games. We're getting more than 20 games this year, I believe, personally. I don't think it would be tough for us to win less than 20. It would be really tough. We'd have to suck. We'd have to really drop the ball to go less than 20. Knock on wood.
That's not going to happen.
Knock on wood.
That's not going to happen.
No. All right. So coming up next is our game that we like to call JJ's Jays.
Hey, wait a minute. Before we get too far into this.
What?
I don't know. Maybe I should just let you continue and say who won, and then I'll.
Yes, let me finish. Let me finish, and then I'll make my comment. Let me get through the damn rules. You don't even let me get through the rules. That's what an asshole is. Before he wants to gloat and puff his chest out and stuff. All right. Coming up next, before I was rudely interrupted, is JJ's Jays, a game where we try to pick JJ's point totals for the period in between games. This week is going to be University of Houston and Cincinnati, our second matchup against them. The person that guesses the closest to the point total gets 2 points. The person that's second closest gets 1 point, and the person that's farthest away gets no points. And Shane, go ahead, gloat, son.
Now's your chance.
I was actually going to make fun of your green shirt, Chad.
Okay.
Your green shirt with your.
But I have a West Virginia.
You get a West Virginia hat on, but
I know. I wasn't even thinking. It was a hectic afternoon. But yes, Shane won. He guessed 36, and the total was JJ got 31 points. She that was another letdown of the. It was just weird. 10 points. She only got 10 points. She
got in foul trouble, I think, in the Iowa State game, I believe, and she was out. I don't know what was her total minutes.
33 total minutes.
33.
Yeah,
She still played, but this wasn't.
All right, so we're gonna guess. Last week Shane got closest. He got 2 more points. I was second. I got another point. Ryan,
once again,
1.5 points he stuck at. And these are our totals right here. But yeah, Ryan, you're hurting. You need to.
Let's switch up the order with how we do it. Let's go with Shane picks.
We're going to change the rules again.
We're switching. All right, Shane, you go first. You're in the lead.
Okay with that. You know, we're all going.
Yeah. You might as well try something different, son, because what you're doing ain't working.
All right, so first game, Houston at home. She just come off her 1,000 points. Is she going? Obviously, I need to stick to her average ish, but I'll say 17.
Okay.
All right, so it's my turn. 17 for the Houston game at home. I'll go
higher or lower?
20. I'll go 20. Would you write this down? Somebody write this down.
Shane's got 17, Chad with 20.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna one up you. I'm going 21 in that game.
All right, 21. I just that's a tough one. It's a tough one. We're gonna be at home. I can see your point. She'll be jazzed. Should be ready to go back at home. All right, Shane, we got University of Cincinnati on the road.
At Cincinnati on the road. I gotta admit, I'm obviously I'm a diehard West Virginia.
I know what you're getting ready to say, man. You're a little bit threat of a turncoat there.
No, but I'm gonna go with the same points. I'm going 17.
17.
I went 18-18 last week. I'm going 17-17 this week.
Well, for those who don't know, Shane lived in Cincinnati for a while, and he really enjoyed the city.
I do like Cincinnati. Actually, I lived in Newport, Kentucky, and ventured into the city every now and then. But it was good. It's a good place. I do not dislike Cincinnati.
All right. Enough fluff for the enemy. All right. You went 17 again. And I went 20 the first time. I will go 18 this time.
18.
I think we're throwing our nickels too close together.
I'm going to keep 16. I'm going to go with 16.
Ooh, you think? All right.
I'm going to go with 16. I'm going to go one less.
All right. Shane. Read off the totals, Ryan.
Totals for this. Let's see. Shane, we're sitting you at 34. Chad, you're at 38. And I'm sitting at 37.
See what happens.
I think she'll definitely have a big game again. I forget what she had got. I think she got 23 against Cincinnati at home. So I think she'll be, and I'm, subtracting a little bit for being on the road. But I just don't know Houston. See, that sucks. It sucks not being able to see. That's what I mean. I like the Big 12 expanding, but I like the home and away. You play every team home and away every year. I do like that. Everybody has the equal.
I think it's good for basketball. It's good for our conference that we're expanding. But like you said, it throws it off a little bit. There's no.
I just can't imagine that travel. I mean, it has to affect you in so many ways.
Well, that's one thing I'm worried about is the away game in Provo at BYU. Not only is it that 3 time zones or 2.5 time zones away, you're playing at freaking 6,000 feet too elevation.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder how much of an advantage that is. They always call it Mile High Stadium out in Denver and stuff. You're going to be. I don't know what their elevation is out there in Provo though. I've been there. Well, no, I've been to Salt Lake. Beautiful town. It is.
I'm not sure what the elevation is.
But it's up there. It's in the mountains. It's higher than us.
Higher than we are, yeah.
Yeah. So it'll be a difference. All right.
Well, in general, I don't know. I'm just still excited.
Yeah, we're going. As far as things look right now, we're still, I think, slated to be an NCAA tournament team. Things are looking good. I think I bet money that we were definitely going to win over 20 games this season, and sky's the limit for us.
On pace for a better year than last year.
Yeah, that's all that matters. And who knows, man? We might pick up those where we screw up and really start picking up some wins. Going on some big streaks here in the Big 12.
I'm excited.
We definitely look like we win the next 2.
Potentially, our road's going to be full on Wednesday night, so that's always a plus. Still trying to get more.
Once again, guys, come out. It's a good time. Come support.
It's great. It's great.
All right, guys. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for us. At least for this episode, we're full of it. Well, we're going to wrap it up for very long, but at least for this episode of this show. But for Ryan and Shane, I'm Chad. Until next time, we'll see you at the Coliseum.